And he goes, Rosie, did you spear him? And I go, no, you know Letang, I did not spear him, he fucking dove. And then he goes, okay, but you gotta know we gotta go anyway, hey? And I go, yeah, we'll go. And then all of a sudden, the liney has to stop and fix the ice. And he's fixing it, so then CBC goes to a timeout, a TV timeout. So then I have to skate around for like 5-6 minutes with scrapping this guy, like just dum-da-dum, like come on, and it's just the worst. Waiting for it, you'd way rather just get it going. Yeah.
Oh, Zimmer, that could be in the hole. Is that in the hole? Well, that's a hole in one.
I come out here because I'm usually in my head too much.
See if this cuts or if I pump it right in the water.
Well, recently I play those kind of characters. I play guys with a little bit of, grit, arrogance. Maybe it's my average white guy appearance that I come across as a guy who's a bit of a dick.
Aliens come to our world and they say, teach me about your music.
If we're gonna put a collar on the air, it has to be better than whatever we had planned.
Everyone is just out with the Leafs jersey on, whether they're going to the game or not.
Access to your emotions, an open heart.
I really only have like 2 emotions though.
That's not true.
Happy, hyper, and then tired.
Happy, hyper, like a dog?
I got it. Yeah. Just left at the barber.
Today, my guest is Jay Rosehill, a retired NHL enforcer turned family man and Calgary firefighter.
Okay, so I want to bring it back to Olds. So you grew up in Olds?
I did, yeah.
And played for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I grew up there. We kind of grew up on it's not like a working ranch, but out in the country where we just had horses and cattle and whatnot. And my family's in the cattle business, they're auctioneers and run the auction mart in town there. And just kind of liked growing up there, the people in the small town, everyone kind of knows each other. And I just like that. So I got listed by Seattle Thunderbirds in the Dub.
Okay.
Couldn't have really been feeling further away to me, than going down to the States at whatever age and going to high school and everything. I was just shitting my pants. So also kind of developed a little bit late too and thought I needed more time to get better. So I went the NCAA route, stayed at home, played Grizzlies with my brother, and graduated at home. And I was pretty fortunate to do that. I got buddies that left home at like 14 years old, and they just, and then now that I'm done playing, it's nice that I can just go home and have my life in Olds and don't have to worry about it. And I transitioned out of hockey so easy and was lucky to get on the fire department, and I don't have to wonder what the hell I'm going to do with my life like some guys that married some girl in the States and don't have any friends, don't know what they're going to do. It's just a huge shock to retire for them. So pretty lucky to have that home base. And
You're lucky enough to play in 2 pretty iconic cities and barns.
yeah.
So it's like not only is it 2 NHL teams with like history and tradition behind them, but it's 2 like really good sports cities.
Sports cities for sure, yeah.
So what was that? From Olds, fast forwarding to that.
Yeah, like playing in TO, I mean, I don't think there's anything like it. Maybe Montreal could be comparable, but they're just such insane fans. Everyone is grown up because their dad and their grandpa love the Leafs and they're just bred for it, and you can just feel that, like you're driving to the rink and the lights on top of that barn are going off. It's getting dark out and everyone is just out with the Leafs jersey on, whether they're going to the game or not. And you just feel the buzz. The media's like, even after practice, you can't get to your stall because there's 20 to 30 people in the room with media. And then you go to like Florida or something and it's not even, totally. So that was cool, but a lot of pressure, mostly for the Stars, but you feel it when you're not doing good in that city. And then
Yeah, and especially Philly too, with the history, like how many Savages they had in the 70s and stuff. For you to be in that role in that uniform is pretty unique.
I thought you had that. Yeah, looking back, like Ed Snyder started that team and he was the owner there when I was there before he passed away, and kind of started that whole Broad Street bully thing and won 2 cups in a row. And then that kind of scrapping thing kind of ended right when I was there, and it's kind of cool. I can almost say that I was the last heavyweight for the Flyers, because I don't think that'll ever be again, you know, the way fighting's going and all that stuff. So that's kind of cool, and it kind of started with Dave Schultz, but they're a cool team anyway, I thought. I know. You should have seen me on the practice screen. I was like, what is this thing? I couldn't make a 3-footer. No, I can't miss.
Ever look good?
Be there.
Up, 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 up. Up! One more!
It's coming backwards now.
Oh,
That got right to the crest, and then
that was very close to being really good.
oh, I like that a lot.
I'm finally swinging the club.
Is it the same thing though? Is it a little short?
Yeah.
Good ball. Very nice. What'd you hit, a forehand?
There we go, Cartner. No, it's a lazy 3.
3 iron.
Lazy 3.
Not very many people carry those.
Yeah, dying breed. What was a better situation for you? Because I'm sure you had fights where they were like set up, like either a shift before or from the previous game, or you knew something was coming.
Yeah.
Or like one happens, like bad hit, bad dirty play. What would be a better fight? The one that happens organically, or the one you set up?
Spontaneously all day.
Yeah.
Because something happens and your kind of heart spikes and you go at a guy, or you're just scrumming in the corner and the shit just comes off and you go, and that's the best. Where I remember it was like my 3rd NHL game. We were playing the Penguins and Letang was whacking me, following me up the ice when I'm back checking. I turned around and I just lifted my stick between his legs and I said, "You fucking want it?" And he falls down to the ice and his gloves, and he's laying there and the whole place goes nuts. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then Bill McCreary came over, the ref, old school ref that I'd watched my whole life, and just tore a strip off me. And I'm like, so I go to the penalty box. Next shift, I come out and Mike Rupp comes out, big man. And he goes, "Rosie, did you spear him?" And I go, "No, you knew Letang. I did not spear him. He fucking dove." And then he goes, "Okay, but you gotta know we gotta go anyway, hey?" And I go, "Yeah, we'll go." And then all of a sudden, the liney has to stop and fix the ice. And he's fixing it, so then CBC goes to a timeout, a TV timeout. So then I have to skate around for like 5-6 minutes with this, scrapping this guy, like just dum-da-dum, like come on. And it's just the worst. Waiting for it, you'd way rather just get it going.
Yeah, a little adrenaline spike for your advantage.
Yeah.
All together.
Well, let's see the line there, partner.
All together.
So then how did that one go then after the TV timeout?
Oh, it was good. I remember it was a good scrap. I cut him open, I think. I'd have to go back and watch. I haven't done that. I remember saying to myself when I retire, I'm going to go back and watch all my fights, because when I'd watch them now, your throat would get a big lump and your chest gets tight and you're like back in it again. And I was like, fuck that. But now that I'm retired, I still don't go back and watch them for some reason.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a couple.
People like to see them.
Yeah, they do. That's what's so funny about the media is going to decide what our game's going to be like. They are going to tell us that fighting shouldn't be in hockey. Meanwhile, 98% of the NHL players said they wanted in. The fans go ballistic. No one's going to the bathroom or no one's sitting on their seat when a fight happens. And there's just no reason to take it out. I mean, we'll let the league do what they want, but the media seems to just run with the stories, and it's frustrating. But you got a little Matthew Wolf pump as your trigger, eh?
Kickstart.
Is that new?
It is new. Dude, I had it's a Wilson.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is that the one they made on
Driver versus Rider.
That's the winner,
That's
eh?
the season 2 winner. Season 1 was non-conforming.
No shit.
Yeah, I spent all that bread, and then the USGA was like,
No. Oh, that must hurt that kid who made that. It sucks.
yeah, I like it, man. I played around. I had like an M1 and M2. It's about the same.
Well, I was using an FT9 Callaway. I think it's from 07.
Yeah, I know the one.
I got 6 of them, I think, in my basement, because it would wear out or it'd break. I just get another one for $30 off wherever.
Yeah.
Hit them forever. Every time I put a new TaylorMade in my hand, I was just a mess.
Right.
And then Tiger won the Masters on Sunday. I was all horny to play, so I went out to the course with my kid, and I was the only one out there, and I was just ripping balls. My buddy works there, and he goes, try this new TaylorMade. And I couldn't miss it, and I was trying to swing like an idiot, because I was like, okay, start missing this thing or else. And then I was like, okay, fuck it, I just bought it on the spot.
How big is the sweet spot?
It's gorgeous, man. I missed that ball.
Yeah.
I fell out of my swing, and look, it did not move off its line. So I love it, because I never thought I could hit a new one, and I've gotten way more yards than I did with that old piece of shit. Start the hand. You're there. Oh, and then some.
Was that ever fun? That was right on line. Yeah. So, you've heard a few ex-NHLers, especially quote-unquote enforcers in that role after their career. So you kind of touched on it, how you haven't gone through the greatest hits in the YouTube reel yet.
Yeah.
But now when guys hang it up, they seem to be a little more open and honest, and there's been a few enforcers that have been very public about kind of the stressors and the anxiety and the mental health and personal aspect of being in that role. Did you hear about any of that when you were playing, or experience any of that yourself?
I experienced it, no question. The fighting it just was what it was. Like the night before when you're watching scraps on a guy that you figure you'll have to go the next day, and you're watching and watching.
You watch the tape?
Yeah, I would watch it.
Nice.
And you'd either do it the day before, the day of, and then, you're some animal and you cannot find one where someone gets the better of them and you're like, good Lord. And then it just sits with you. It just sits like a lump in your chest for the whole day. And you're just waiting to get it over with. Luckily, as soon as we're on the ice, as soon as the puck drops, it was all fine. I just let's go. It didn't matter. I didn't feel it anymore. But day before, day of, were long days. And then I had anxiety too, just about hockey in general and playing in that league and trying to stay in the league and just tight. Like, I gripped my stick my whole fucking career, as you could probably tell. But no, it wore on you. And when I retired, I played until I was happy and was lucky to hang them up on my own terms and be able to call it quits myself rather than someone tell me I'm done. So I was happy about that. But when I was done, I was like, hey, new chapter, and did everything I could and just focused on the positives. At least I don't battle that anxiety anymore. At least I, don't have to worry about contracts and year to year and that kind of thing, and got into a career where I'm, pretty stable for the rest of your life is the nice thing about being on the fire department. So
20, what do you got? You got 27?
27, yeah.
And then, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. I can't imagine like being in that situation. Like,
oh fuck! You're not complaining at any point in time. But your buddies might play beer league or something. They're like, man, you get to do that for a living, and it's like, well, there's a lot more that goes into it than that. So.
Being a real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulders, heart full of blues. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night, starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Being a real bad boy. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night, starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt.
On the next episode of Swing Thoughts.
I feel like that's one of the things, it's one of my favorite things about being on the air, or knowing that it reminds me that I picked something that I care about and that I'm passionate about. The odd time I'm about to hit the button to do a break that I'm excited about or that I'm nervous about. It's super exciting.